I don't even know if I want to call it a boxing match anymore. What I witnessed yesterday was elderly abuse. What I saw yesterday was not nice.
Taken away from
Sports show. Barn is alive again. Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes. Score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sports Show, episode 3 on the CJSW 90.9 FM. We are also on Spotify. We are also on Podbean. We are also on the intranets. Please do us a couple favors as you listen to this show right now. Number one, go and search out at Sports Show Podcast. It's on Instagram and it's on YouTube. You look for the blue and white logo because there's a couple imposters. They want to be us. They can't be us. It is what it is. You know, it's a curse and a blessing at the same time, being so mediocrely great. But yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where you're going to get the video. That's where you're going to see the faces for this radio. But we're happy to be here. It's the third Tuesday of every single month. It's a CJSW show, 90.9 FM, CJSW.com. It's been a month since we did it. I just want to throw one thing. Congratulations to all the efforts of the funding drive. Hit the mark as per usual. We were happy to help out. Thank you for everyone in support. Use your friends' cards. Those things are great. Discounts galore.
They are fantastic. Thank you for what a great intro again. You did it again. You've done it again.
Appreciate it, man.
It is. It's a sports show. It's that third Tuesday of the month. 333 is the same number that's on my alarm clock every day. That's weird.
Really?
Yeah, and it keeps blinking.
It's like a good number for me.
It's a good number.
Because it's, you know, it's half the bad number.
Right. Good point.
The other numbers are like really
bad.
We
should push that out. 333 is the good number.
I think so.
That other number is the bad number.
Maybe we'll go viral for once.
Maybe for once. Exactly. A little help from everyone from the roster and the community of the UFC. Maybe it will.
Maybe it will.
Listen, let's start off. This is weird because this is the third Tuesday of the month. We've already said it a few times.
We're live on live.
And we're probably going to be the first podcast that's going to talk about what happened yesterday. But you're going to hear it a few days later. But this is an actual and honest reaction to the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fiasco. I don't even know if I want to call it a boxing match anymore. What I witnessed yesterday was elderly abuse. What I saw yesterday was not nice. And the last thing, we all fell for it. We all fell for it. Dimitri, you're the boxing guru. You're the big guy. I have my thoughts. You have your thoughts. Let's go over it for the next little while because I think it'll be a little fun. A little change of pace here on the sports show.
Sure. I don't mind. Great. Okay, so we're going to do a little pre-post, during, and post.
Sure.
So
right.
I think this was a general consensus.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that, oh, man, I'm so smart I called it because it was, again, the general populace assumed. Look, the guy's older.
Yeah.
You know, he probably will come in with some steam, some juice. He's probably got a good 2-3 rounds in him.
Yeah.
They're 2-minute rounds, so a little bit less. You can give it a little more gusto between breaks.
Whoever came up with the idea of minus 1 minute was brilliant because there's no way that extra minute actually is vicious.
Look, that extra minute, I could tell you get tired.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. You get very tired. And the other thing, it just breeds action. It's like doing the sports show on the CJSW when we're forced to the half hour.
Right.
It's all octane. Everything's octane.
All the time.
All the time. So you think, okay, he's got a couple rounds. He's probably going to knock out Jake Paul if he's got anything. Just come in with that vigor, aggressiveness, glimpses of it.
Yeah.
And then if it goes later, people assumed Jake Paul would have the advantage. That's where it was. Well, listen, the fight itself, Tyson didn't even come out with anything. Like not even the first 30 seconds.
Right. I actually disagree. I thought the first round, Tyson was the word aggressor is going to be a little different than normal Tyson banter, okay?
Yeah.
He had that vigor you speak of. He had it for a burst of about 25 to 30 seconds, and that was the end of it. The most vigor I saw was the pre-taping of the interview with him and his son, and he walked away, and he won the internet that night.
Mike Tyson won the internet.
He won the internet.
For his pre-ring attire, if you will. Okay. Do you want me just on leash on everything?
Yeah, well, let's have a little fun here. Let's go.
Listen, I don't know where we're going to take this because there's too much. Because Mitch and I think the whole world was texting back and forth.
That's right.
Number one, I don't know, and I put a poll up at Sports Show Podcast on the IG. Who had a worse performance, Mike Tyson or Netflix? First and foremost, okay? You didn't think the people were watching the feed? You didn't think you'd have a lot of people that are just paying their subscription trying to download it, you guys? Yeah. The buffering, the collapsing of microphones. Jerry Jones, the guy can't even have a working microphone. Evander Holyfield.
And it's his house.
Evander Holyfield, for crying out loud, everyone thought my dad looked at me and goes, is he deaf? Is there something happened to Holyfield? Yeah. No, Dad.
Yeah.
It's not from the ear bite. It's Netflix's sound crew.
Yeah,
everything was terrible. Rosie Perez on the commentary.
Why? Can we talk about her for a second?
I can't. I'm going to do the list.
Keep going. Okay, yeah.
Because I got way too much.
Sure, please. Keep going.
Okay?
Let it out. Sorry. The
buffering, the sound, the weird, awkward interviews. I mean, everything and anything. Whoever's in IT,
right?
If they have a job, come Saturday, I don't know what to tell you. And Netflix.
Yeah.
You got the WWE coming. Yes. You got the NFL coming. This was your, hey, we're taking over boxing, fights, streaming, everything show. And now you are an internet memeing laughingstock. And then Tyson. Why'd you even show us training videos?
Yeah.
I'd be better suited if Netflix clipped Paul versus Tyson in green screens and then fooled us that was the actual fight.
You know what? Okay. Okay. Let me go back here.
My dad walks with a cane, and I think put George Carolus in there.
Yeah.
You get the same result.
You know what? Listen, man, I'll tell you, first off, your dad would have had way more vigor. Way more vigor.
A lot of vigor.
And tell him something he doesn't like, and that vigor is multiplied by 10.
He needs 2 spinal fusions.
Okay. First off, I'll be honest with you. The Netflix thing, I do agree it was very annoying. It hasn't happened in many, many years where you go to put it on and it's buffering and doing all that stuff. However, this is where I give him a little grace, Dimitri. This was unprecedented. You got to give him a little credit going, okay, they're international. Everyone knows about Netflix. And across the world, we were watching it like 9, 10 o'clock at night. There was people probably waking up at 2, 3 in the morning in Australia and other places, or afternoons. Like, it was on. People were, even if you were not a big fan, you were at least getting that text going, the fight's about to start. You missed the other pre-fights. You jump to that one. That system is overload. When you talk about the NFL and WWE, yes, they're going to have some big days where they're going to have that issue, but that'll be cleaned up. I think this was a great cleanup. Fair. Where I'm going to give them a little accolade is this. This is how. Listen, pay-per-view guys. Yeah, tonight there's a big UFC pay-per-view. John Jones versus Stipe, Miocic.
Yep.
That has gone under the carpet, Dimitri. That has gone under the carpet because people are going, why should I pay $60 to watch these two guys that I kind of know when I can watch these two guys that I don't know them that well either, but I at least know them? This has changed the game. Point to Netflix. I agree. Could have did it better, especially in-house. In-house, no excuses. Your microphone's got to work, all that stuff. You got to work.
Okay.
The person if I'm anybody, I'm telling you this right now, I think we can all just say this. We all knew this was going to be a little bit of a fiasco, but I pay my subscription, my $10, whatever it is, $20, whatever it is a month. Who cares? What about the guy and the girl that paid the Uber money to sit in Texas Stadium amongst the 78,000 people there to watch that?
Okay, I bet you.
That was fraud.
Okay.
That was fraud, sir.
Okay, I'm going to... You know what? I like it. If I'm going to hit a negative, I also do try to find the positives, okay?
Sure.
So, number one, I bet you watching it live was better on TV.
100%.
Right? I bet you Tyson might have looked, weirdly as I say this, a touch better live than on TV.
Sure, okay. Yeah.
Because maybe your, camera angles and vantage points and live, so that might have done someone a service. For those people that paid the tickets, I will say at least the card itself.
Yeah.
So when you had the Taylor Serrano fight, the Barrios fight, those were excellent fights. Those were both Fight of the Year candidates on one card.
Agreed. But
so you got your money's worth.
Right. But you're a boxing enthusiast. For you and let's assume...
You don't have to be for that.
Okay, I agree. You're right. Buddy, I was watching...
That's why they were lucky.
You're right. You're right, Dimitri. You're absolutely right. But how many... I'll bet you... I would love to see the graph of the viewership watching the matches and where it spiked And I'm telling you, it only spiked at the end. I know you
I
already
agree.
know this.
I agree.
I just think people miss these great fights that you're talking about.
Yeah, but not live. I was talking about, to your point, where did people
I see.
mess up live?
Okay, that's
right?
a good point, yeah.
But you're right to your point where it's like, oh, man, you should have gone back and watched the whole card because you got a treat.
True.
Because what did you get? In the Barrios fight, you got, by the way, the WBC welterweight championship on the line. You guys, if this was on TV, on Showtime or Fox or ESPN Plus, whatever it would have been, this is a main event in the boxing world. And not only that, you got knockdowns on both sides.
Yeah, true.
And and then you got these two women that decided to say, you know what? I think we're both work for Five Guys, and let's just smash burger each other's faces.
Yeah.
There was maybe not one body shot. It was all. It was a pummeling. It was crazy.
I don't think they know what defense is. Was there any defense there?
They say the best defense is a great offense, and that was on display.
And they pushed that up. Yeah.
I will say this about Netflix,
Right.
And you touched on it. DAZN, pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You guys better really, really rethink everything. You better be either jumping on the Netflix train or you got to go. And I'm talking now Crave, Disney Plus, all you other big streamers out there. You better start buying rights because things are happening. And this is, so what I will credit Netflix is there's a couple bright spots that I really loved.
Yeah.
I loved the box in the front.
Yes.
That fan
Yes,
zone.
that was really good.
Like a nice VIP. I'm like, okay, these guys are thinking. I love that they did it in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. It was tailor-made for production. They did very well with the venue. I love that in between rounds, you can highlight your own streaming service.
Right.
So here you got, and I want to watch that Jamie Foxx movie, Cameron Diaz.
I'm not going to lie. It didn't intrigue me. But
It
yes,
did it,
you're
but it
right.
was
You're
there.
right.
I'm
But
like,
it's
why
there.
wasn't
You're
it?
right.
I'm
You're
like,
not
yeah.
wrong. You're not wrong.
So there's a lot of good things. The streaming, the subscription model.
Right.
The access. The fact that they're moving into this space. I'm telling you that DAZN is in big,
absolutely.
big trouble, you guys. And so there's a lot of bright spots. So Netflix, they will figure it out.
Sure.
They will understand the capacity.
Greek guy.
Greek guy.
Guys, what are we supposed to do? We figured it out.
We
We'll
did.
get it.
So there's a lot of good things here, but overall,
Yeah.
Netflix is the winner.
I'm gonna finalize point, okay? I mean, we could talk about the commentators and all that, but who cares? I want to go to the very end, the post interview. Ariel asks, "What's next for you, Jake Paul?" He says, and he brings up the word Canelo. I think, with all due respect now, and look, Canelo should smash him, should destroy him. It's not even close because he's an actual boxer. We also have to remember, Mike Tyson, you guys, is 31 years older than Jake, okay? And it showed every inch of that was shown yesterday. But does this make Canelo, was this a calling card to Canelo going, hey, I know you said no to me over and over again. Take a look at what I just did. What do you think now?
Yeah, well, look, can I give credit to, and I will go to the point right now. And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Sports Show, at Sports Show Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, but we're here on the CJSW 90.9 FM. If you've been listening, thank you. If you just tuned in, we're talking about the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. Okay, so here's where I got to credit Jake Paul. I want to throw out a couple points, and I will get to this point.
I hope
and
you
answer
do.
Your question.
Yes, please.
Every one of us as a kid, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and you watched Tyson in his prime, what was the one question we all had? Hey, how long do you think you'd last in the ring with Mike Tyson? 20 seconds. I think I'd do 1 minute, this and that. I know he's older, but guys, Jake Paul, credit to him, is the only civilian on the planet Earth that has that to his name. You guys, I can't credit these Paul brothers enough for what they've done, okay?
Yeah.
So, to that, going to where you at, Jake Paul is the 5th highest paid boxer in 2024 underneath Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez, okay? And the name now is escaping me on the 4th, but he's number 5.
Crawford.
No, it's not.
Really?
Usyk, excuse me.
He made more than Crawford.
Yes.
Wow.
Alexander Usyk, that's who it is. He's number 5.
Yeah.
He just packed Arlington.
Yeah.
He has fought household names. He's going to walk out 40 to 50 million on the front end of this fight. Dare I say, who knows on the back end?
Yeah, I know.
He's made more money than Manny Pacquiao per fight outside of Floyd Mayweather.
Wow.
You guys, we're talking, when you go and say, is this a calling card? It's not just the Canelo. It's everyone. And don't be surprised if now McGregor comes knocking on his door and says, you know what? Let's make it happen now. Wow. Dana White, eat your words.
Yeah.
Dana White, he just grossed higher than any one of your UFC events.
That's crazy.
He just walked in and said, Friday night's mine, and you guys can take my sloppy seconds on your Saturday night. Yeah. Watch the viewership. Wow. 120 million free on Netflix. 50 million gross. Highest gate ever. Breaking extreme boxing records. Not only that.
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez, I can see it.
I think so too.
Not next.
No, not next. No.
But in time,
it's coming.
It might come.
Last thing. His brother Logan, also a big star, big name. He fought Mayweather a couple years ago. How jealous did he look when they were interviewing his brother after all this? And then Ariel says, "Hey, what about maybe a little?" Or no, Tyson I think said. Tyson goes, "I'll take on Logan."
Yeah,
he said
I'll
something.
Kill you, Mike.
I'll kill you. But you could tell he was like, buddy. I mean. He outdid a Logan Paul Mayweather. That's a pretty impressive thing when you think about it. When your little brother goes, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit better than you. Give me a few years. Let me figure something out. And then he comes out with the Tyson situation. Yeah. That's pretty good.
It is, actually.
Yeah. Overall, it wasn't great. I mean, it sounds like we're giving you all the good points and we're trying our best, but there was not a lot greatness to that. But at the end of the day, it was entertainment. It was entertaining-ish. Yeah. And, hey, Jake Paul is the guy that beat Mike Tyson. It's on the record now.
It's on the record.
It's on the record.
It's on the record.
Let's just jump over to the NHL real quick because this is a sports show. Sure. We do talk other things. Dimitri, the Winnipeg Jets are 15-1. They're on fire. But my question to you is simply this: why? Why are they not like just exuding all that energy? We just talked about Tyson. If they go at this pace, and I'm not saying go lose games. But now what you're doing is you're setting up expectations, right? And we're all going, oh, they're great. They're fat. They're going to win the cup. They're not going to win the cup. We all know they're not going to win the cup.
With almost 25% of the season in the books. Yeah. It's staggering. This is why I say with sports, everyone can say they know.
Yeah.
You don't know. Okay? Maybe the NFL.
We know some stuff.
The NFL and NBA, I could say, you got a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
The NHL, man, it's just so up in the air. We say it all the time. It has the most parity out of all the leagues. They're just tight.
Right.
I think when you get a band of brothers where there's not a crazy superstar per se, but you got just a really good populace, this is what happens. And you have good coaching on top of it. Everyone's contributing. It's a tough team to play against. This is what the Nashville Predators did for years. Right, this is that type of style, right?
Yeah, speaking of Nashville, how do you like that, boys? How do you like that? A little Calgary, little Dustin Wolf. You sold that card too early.
I might have sold Dustin Wolf
that
too
should be
early.
a second shutout. That first one was the game prior.
I agree.
They screwed him. They screwed you, Dustin.
They screwed
But this one, you got it, buddy. Congratulations on that first NHL shutout.
Congrats.
Well, let's get to the NHL power rankings because we spoke so much about the Pauls. We got to talk about the NHL power rankings.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Sinatra's. Try their pizza. Why? Because it's good. At number 5, the Minnesota Wild.
Ooh, okay.
You know what? This is a team
Same
we
thing.
used to make fun of, going, you guys were boring. They said, you know what? We're going to push it up a notch.
Yeah, they did.
And they did. Good on you guys. People of your word. I like that. At number 4, it's that team that basically is the Jets of the South. It's the Carolina Hurricanes. Always good, but always falter in the playoffs.
See, that's the regular season team I worry about. You got to show me something now.
It's true. At number 3, it's the defending Stanley Cup champions. They fell down one notch from last week. It's the Florida Panthers.
But they're back.
They're back.
They're back.
And they're looking good.
Yeah.
They are. They really are.
Two-peat?
Yep. At number 2, it's the New Jersey Devils. Last week, my friend across from me, he was clickbaiting. He was trying to get you to click because he said something about the Hughes. But guess what? They must have heard it. They moved up a couple of notches. They're at number 2. Maybe the most fun team to watch. Maybe the Jake Pauls of the NHL.
Hughes to say.
And at number 1, I mean, they're 15-1.
I mean, come on.
Even if I wanted to not put them there, I have to put them there. I got to. I have no choice. That's 4 times. 4 times.
4 times.
We moved to the NFL. Why? Because it's the juggernaut. Look, you got your Jake Pauls. You got your Tysons. Those are all flash in the pans. That's what Tony Montana said in Scarface once. Okay? The NFL. It's there. It's consistent. It's like the keg.
It's
like
like
another shameless plug.
Yeah, that's it. But challenge us on it. It's consistent.
I got 2 questions for you.
Oh,
we
no.
saw him yesterday. We saw Jerry Jones. He was at home. He said, hey, come over to my house. You guys do your show here. Okay?
I love me, my Jimmy.
They didn't give him a microphone, or not a good one at that. What's going on with Dallas? Does he just call it in now? Look, you got Dak Prescott. He's going to have season-ending surgery on the hamstring. CD can't see because the windows are in his way. Like he can't see with the sun. What do? Does Dallas just pack it in? They do, right? They have to.
Well, yes, they have to this year. It's over. There's really no point. It's not just over this year. It's going to be over for a long time now if they don't pack it in now.
Right.
Because before you could say they were winning the division. The division was a little bit weaker. You got away with the Giants not being that great. The Commanders are rebuilding. Your only threat was Philly, but they're not like the keg.
No.
They're inconsistent.
That's true.
Okay. But no one wants to talk about him this year.
Uh-oh.
And
Ooh.
I did. But know what? I did, but you all...
Who is it?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
You know I always
I said, watch out for them. I did. I said it.
You did.
Jalen hurt me to say it, but I did.
You
I
did say
said
it. Feels good, doesn't it?
But now here's the problem. The Commanders have a team that if we forward think now the trend of what happens in that division,
right.
The Commanders will get better.
Yes.
The Eagles just have a solid team that'll be around for a while.
Of course.
With who they have on the roster. The Giants,
Nah.
No,
But they're not going. They're fine. They're going to be at the bottom.
Whether they go there or not.
Right.
Now you're fighting for 3.
Yeah.
And if you can't make it with what you've had in place in the last few years and where you are today, they should be at the top of the division. At the very least, they should be fighting the Eagles game for game.
Yes, true.
Okay? Yeah. But they're not. Pack it in. It's over.
It's time to go.
It's done. Blow it up.
Exactly.
You have to.
You made your money yesterday, Jerry. Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Last thing, this weekend at 2 o'clock start here at Mountain Standard Time, you got the Bills and the Chiefs. Simple this. The Bills need, in my opinion, they don't need to win this game. They've got their division pretty much in hand. This to me is a confidence booster. If you can't beat the Chiefs, then I say you might as well pack it in when you see them in the playoffs again, because you need this. You need this more than anything else, I think. Thoughts?
Something tells me that the Bills are going to push them so much to the brink that they're going to be the unfortunate catechism of bringing the Chiefs back to life, which is the weirdest thing of saying an undefeated team.
I know what you mean, though.
You know,
you're right.
but they've been winning on all fronts. I actually got the Chiefs in this one.
Yeah.
And I think the Chiefs are going to just bring it.
You think the Chiefs
I think the Bills are going to bring it out of them.
I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right what you just said. We'll find out tomorrow, and then you'll find out on Tuesday when you listen to this. Yeah. CJSW 90.9. All right, we're off to something called Rapid Banter. Okay. Golden Globes issued their nominees for certain categories. Comedy is now one of them. Shane Gillis left off the nominations. Fair? Not fair.
Not fair. His Trump impression alone.
I mean, guys, I think outside of Rogan, he's the guy how Trump won it. Klay Thompson made his return to Golden State the other day. They still lost. Klay overrated or should have kept him?
They should have kept him.
Toronto Blue Jays are going to go hard for Juan Soto. Should they, Juan, go after him, or Juan, why not?
I mean, do I even need a
No, you
rapid
didn't need to
banter?
do
That was wonderful.
Thank you. Last one. Last year, NFL running backs were looked at and treated like lepers. Do you think the narrative has changed this year for NFL running backs.
Just the Dallas Cowboys.
There we go. Now we're off to our favorite, pass or fail. Now, the thing is, I had a good one. And not to say this one's not good, but I had to change it. If you listen to the show on the regular, you should, this is where it would be more of a
risque
Patreon kind of episode. Yeah, it was a good one.
Is there no way around it?
Not really. How about this? Remember how we got in trouble a little while ago for just some very slight thing?
Oh, you can't do that on the CJSW show.
I know. That's why.
One listener.
That's right.
Who loves us.
Who
feeds us with the right.
That's right.
But slaps us with the left probably listening.
100%.
Yeah, you know what? Well played.
So I'm going around you. That's why you saw me writing things down. I was literally doing it on the fly. Are you ready? It's pass or fail. Respecting your elders. We're going back to the Jake Paul and the Mike Tyson. What we saw yesterday was elderly abuse. It's time to respect our elders. Here we go.
I respect you.
Thank you.
You called an audible.
I called an audible.
Wow.
Blue 9! Blue 9!
Spot Joe! 333!
Opening doors for your elders. Pass or fail?
Pass. Not only your elders and your ladies as well, but yes.
Are you a chivalry guy? You doing it all the time?
Am I?
Yeah.
Buddy.
The doors at the mall or the show. What about the door to the car? Are you a car door guy?
I was just about to say that. I do the door anywhere. Mm-hmm. I wait for elderlies and women go. I get up off seats.
Yeah.
Car doors I do.
Listen to this.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's already taken. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. He's here. Taking him out for dinner or lunch.
Not dinner. That's a fail. It's too late at night.
What do you mean too late? It's too early. It's like 3 o'clock.
Dinner. Yeah, well, I'm saying our lunch brunch is their dinner. Yeah, right. But you know what? Take them for the early bird. They're watching their wallets. They're on the pension.
Right. Oh, you're getting them to pay? Well, this sure changed all pretty quickly.
You go back and forth.
I assumed you would be paying for that.
No. They take care of the coffees. You know, you gotta. They need their independence.
Oh, okay.
You know, they got to reach in and
you
get
really
that
changed that one up there, buddy. How about this one? So while you're doing that, while you're having a little coffee or a little, little breakfast, lunch, whatever you're doing,
sure,
they're gonna tell you stories. Listening to their stories, pass or fail.
I think pass. You got to do it, Mitch. What about you?
Listen, the 100%, and in fact, I want to kind of find somebody, like outside of my dad, but I want to find somebody that can give some cooler story. Like, we have a community full of amazing stories. I'd like to hear more of them, is what I'm saying.
Listen, it's all they got.
Yeah.
It's all they got.
Okay, last one. Here we go. Now, they need this. They don't want to admit it all the time, but they need it, and they appreciate it. I know they do. Drive them to their appointments. Pass or fail.
Pass. Come on.
Hey.
Come on. They're going to an appointment because they already need the help. You want to add the risk by getting behind the wheel? Then they got to do more appointments?
And then they're cautious about asking. They don't want to ask. But they'd appreciate if you ask for them.
Listen, here's the other pass. What about a societal pass? You really want to drive behind that on the road?
It's true.
I mean, come on.
Look, you know
what I love?
We're serious, not really.
You know what I love?
But more serious.
When you're driving behind someone or beside, and you know they're taking up traffic. Right. And then right away, listen, I don't care what any of you say.
Yeah.
Your internal stereotypes.
Yeah. Oh,
they begin to, and then you drive up, and then you see this frail old man or old lady, and you're just like, you son of a... just have a wonderful day.
Have a great day, sir.
You know, good for you.
Thank you.
You know,
yes.
That Oldsmobile.
They look stressed, don't they? Don't they always look stressed out?
They look stressed. Yeah. It is focus front.
Focus front.
No mirror action.
You're
whatsoever.
not bothering me, Sonny. I've been through worse.
Listen, they might have been through worse. You've been through worse. But thank you for being through not worse, which is good, at the Sports Show. At Sports Show Podcast, blue and white logo. If you wouldn't mind doing us a favor and following us and hitting the subscribe buttons both on Instagram and on YouTube, you get our weekly content in between when we're here at the CJSW. Thank you very much for those that have already followed and shared. And thank you all for listening. Podbean, Spotify, CJSW.com, 90.9 FM, episode 333. One for the books. We got to shove it in the locker. We do got to hit the showers. Thank you.
Have a great week. Talk to you soon.
Great show today.
Hey, it was fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was good.
Yeah, it was...
Wait until you see this MAGA.
Can we do it next week?
Between this and them, now you about to witness. Freedom is so now.
CJSW, we're Saved by the Bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast.
Locked in.
Amy can do anything.
She's the best.